So the first part of your question about is your case going to get denied, right? You are the parent of a U.S. citizen, and that's the only thing that the government is checking on to decide if your I-130 will be approved or denied, right? They're not checking into anything else. They're not looking at even what if your son works or anything. They're seeing if he's your son and if he's a citizen. So for that reason, I'm not worried that your I-130 would be denied. Okay, but if you're worried that the Trump administration could get your address right from this application, we can use a P.O. box instead of your actual mailing address. So that's an option that you have. And then keep in mind, the reason that I recommend this I-130, despite the fact that you can't get a work permit and you can't get a green card at this point because you don't have a qualifying family member to do a waiver, is that it's going to give you protection in the event that you are ever detained. The first thing that any immigration lawyer is going to look for to try to get you out on a bond is to prove you started any immigration process in the past and to show that you qualify for any sort of relief. So that's going to be something we can show as a positive factor in your case, that you already did the I-130 based on your U.S. citizen son, okay? And then another thing to keep in mind, you mentioned you have 3 U.S. citizen children, a few, in the age that any of them could join the U.S. military. And I know you mentioned that you prefer to let that be their choice, but if any of your children join the U.S. military, you would qualify for relief in the form of parole in place for U.S. military family members. And after you get that granted, we could do a green card for you. So there is still hope in your case, and I do still recommend an I-130, even though you don't yet qualify for a waiver.